Hamburg, New York has a growing character council, the Character Council of Hamburg Incorporated.
When we first started our character focus, it was actually stemming from another organization that I helped to create in our community called the Parent-Child Connection.
They're an organization that has been in existence for now about 8 years under the leadership of their president, Suzanne McKenney.
So we themed our one-night lecture programs, of which we offered 4 within a calendar year, around building character in children. And we got to the end of those programs and we decided, we still really need to do a little bit more. And so we decided that we were going to organize something bigger.
Who she is one concerned person who will not give up.
We decided that we would hold a character building summit and we would invite, members from the community to come together, all different sectors.
Imagine what a group, a team of people who are concerned about the character of their community and won't give up.
You increase the power of the message by engaging a lot of folks to be working on a project like this as a community opportunity. We were preparing for the summit, which was taking place in October of 2000. And we were doing a lot of advertising to the community, and I got a call from a woman at the end of September, and she said, I hear about this summit that you're having, and what is it exactly? So I started explaining to her what we were doing, and we're trying to engage the whole community, and she said, well, what kind of training have you had? And I said, well, really nothing formally, I said, I'm a mom, and I said, that's character development, certainly, engaging in what you're trying to teach your children.
She will often say, well, I'm just a concerned mom. Who am I? She says it all the time when we're out and speaking to groups.
The problem was that when she was asking me all these questions, I felt as though she was attacking, and I thought I had offended her in some way, and I didn't know how. And she said, how do you know what you're doing? And I said, I really don't have any idea what we're doing. We're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants, and we think it's a good idea, and we're trying to make this be something that the community is interested in. And I said, why are you asking me all these questions? And she said, because I just came back from a conference in Oklahoma City where they teach you exactly how to do this sort of thing in a community. Persistence
is required in a couple of areas. One is to consistently cast the vision of a community of character. Wherever you go, to be able to share that, look, we want to be a community where our citizens display and demonstrate good character. There's a lot of advantages to that, from lower crime rates to companies who want to come to your community because of your people's character.
We had about 400 people attend that first character building summit. So we had a lot of energy and a lot of excitement.
So persistence in casting the vision of a community of character. Another one is to always look for those concerned citizens to join your group. You want to look for them all the time. People come and go, let's face it, for various reasons. So the more people that you can have in your group, the less effect that change will have on your vision casting.
Certainly we've had some times that were kind of lean on enthusiasm.
They certainly had to weather some tough times as a character council.
2 years ago we were at a period such as that, and the board of directors, which was supposed to be at 12 members, had dropped down to 2, just me and one other person. And I really was very concerned that maybe that would be the end of it.
I have to say kudos to Suzanne McKenney because she never gave up.
I turned to this one other person that was still left and who had only been involved with our organization for about 9 months or so. And I said, Pete, are you going to leave too?
Really, what their team did is cast the vision, shared it with people. It may have fallen upon what they thought deaf ears.
And he said, no, I'm not leaving. And so at that point I knew that, if he wasn't going to leave, I certainly couldn't either. And, we would have to start to do it again together.
A few years later, all of a sudden, people started, hey, are you still doing that initiative? I want to get involved.
He was really the wind beneath my wings, helping to, support me and encourage me along. And, we did that for each other as we slowly began to build the organization back to its present day. To the point where we actually had to expand the board of directors up to 15 members because we had so much excitement and enthusiasm again.
The Character Council of Hamburg hosted a character carnival, a one-day event that really exceeded all their expectations. They did a good job of announcing it, marketing it. After that carnival, that was on a Saturday, following in that week, they had some conference events.
We had a 2-day training for police dynamics with Ray Nash. He was just just spectacular and very, very well received by the folks who attended, which extended down from federal agencies. The U.S. Attorney's Office, the Secret Service was present. Then we had statewide officials from the state police, and then also municipality police departments. But in fact, folks that attended that were not in the law enforcement field, such as myself, could really apply a lot of what he was talking about. Steven Menzel was there, and he was sharing with government officials and also business leaders, the character message and how to implement that. And then our last day, we had a speaker from California, Michelle Borba, who is a character education, very renowned author and also expert in that area. That was our most well-attended portion of the conference. We had over 100 folks come from schools all around the area.
I do believe that part of Hamburg's persistence, their endurance through Suzanne's personal endurance, is her own personal growth and character and how she has seen it change her life.
I would say that it's a very worthwhile pursuit. Engaging in something like this is rewarding for you from a personal standpoint, certainly, because you're also growing and paying attention to your own character.
And then the Character Council. Are you an organization where character development is alive?
But it's also rewarding to be able to see the effect that you can have on others and motivating them towards thinking about character development.
And then you can spread that message to schools, to communities, to businesses, to local government, and really make a difference.
I would say that it's a task that requires work and diligence and perseverance and patience, because it's not something that will happen overnight. It's not something that is easily done. It's something where you do, kind of fight an uphill battle along the way.
We have all kinds of character councils. We have councils that have exploded in a year or two.
And we have made tremendous progress and tremendous strides along the way, but I look at other communities that are a little further ahead in their character journey, and I think, wow, how come we aren't there yet,
We have other councils that have been in existence for 9-10 years, and some don't know what to do next.
And so it kind of gives you some incentive to go forward.
And they're currently where Hamburg was just 2-3 years ago.
Do bigger events and bigger projects.
My message to them is to never give up.
Just a mom, just a regular mom, which is a teacher, actually.